So, very good morning to everybody who have joined this particular session. And
Good morning, sir.
good morning. And today we will take break-even analysis, which is important part of your finance also, as well as it is basically production management related topic, which tells you about some costing part, financial part in production system. In short, you can understand that when we produce some product to sell in the market, we usually try to learn that after how many products we will recover our investment. Usually this question is the prime question in almost every businessman's mind, and businessman wants to answer these questions. Sometimes you also say that in some particular project, if you have invested 1000 rupee, so you say that within 3 days or within 10 days we will recover my own money, and then I'll be free. So I'll be free means once you recover your investment, it means after that you start earning profit. That is your marginal game, margin. So in a very simple layman language, you can also understand the same thing. Break even point is basically a point where a point on which your total investment is recovered and you get your money back. So this way it becomes very important to learn that how to analyze this and what are the applications of these concepts, related concepts. So if we talk about that, what are the applications? So you can understand that if you invest 1000 rupee in any particular business and you say that in 7 days we will recover this 1000 rupee, and then after 7 days we will be in profitable zone, marginal zone. So you know that to recover 1000 rupee you need 7 days, or you need some amount of business, or you need some units of production. So if you want to earn some profit, say for example, if you want to earn 1000 rupee profit out of that 1000 rupee investment, so how many days you need to work to earn 1000 rupee profit over 1000 rupee investment? So in this case you can understand that 1000 rupee recovering will take 7 days, and after 7 days you will start earning profit. So after 7 days, how many days you work to earn this 1000 rupee profit? So application is very simple. If you can calculate that in 7 days we can recover 1000 rupee, so you can very easily calculate that to recover 2000 rupee, how many days you require. It may not be directly 14 days. It may be something else, because your business sale may not be in linear form, it may be in exponential form. So it becomes important to have this type of analysis to understand. So what exactly break even is, we have a little bit the concept shared and discussed with you. Break even is a point in production system when total revenue received through sales equals to the total cost of manufacturing. That means no profit, no loss situation. Because when you recover your 1000 rupee, you at that particular point you are at no profit, no loss. And that particular point, say for example, if you recover your 1000 rupee in 7 days, so 7 days is basically break even point. If you say that you will recover 1000 rupee in 20 units of product, once you manufacture 20 and sold it in market, then you will come in break even. So this 20 is in break even point in terms of numbers, and if you multiply this 20 by price, selling price, so you will get that total revenue. So we will discuss one by one. Initially, we are interested to look at the graphical methods, and then we will go to mathematical derivation, how to derive the formula, and with using those formulas you can very easily understand and calculate those things. So before starting, let me have some basic concepts. Fixed cost. In manufacturing system, being in mechanical engineering, you people are very much aware about the fixed cost, variable cost, and semi-variable cost, step cost, selling price. But just to remind it, fixed cost is basically a cost which is fixed for fixed number of lot of productions. Say for example, if you require a machinery for your production of any particular product, so in that one you need machine, also you need manpower, you need raw material, you need electricity, you need so many resources. But these resources do have some cost associated with them, and these costs can be classified into different categories. So first category is fixed cost. Fixed cost is that cost which is fixed for fixed number of units. So for example, if you need a machinery and that machinery is having capacity to produce 1000 products, so once you purchase this machinery, you invest X amount to purchase this machinery, and whether you produce 5 products or 10 products or 50 products or 1000 products, your cost of machine will be same. That means X amount. So you need to invest X amount for up to 1000 products. So this is fixed cost. But once you get demand for 1001th product, then you need second machine. Second machine means from 1001th product to 2000, you need second machine. So second machine again will bear you X amount of cost. So that means now the fixed cost for 2000 products will become 2x, and likewise it will increase. But it is fixed for 1000 units. It is not fixed forever. So up to 1000 it is X, up to 2000 it is 2x, up to 3000 it is 3x, up to 4000 it is 4x. So you can understand that if you plot it, you will see that a step type of concept. Up to 1000 it will remain flat, then it will increase X, and then again it will become flat, again it will increase X, and again it will become flat. So this type of cost is also called as a step cost. So when you consider all in all, then you can understand that fixed cost, if fixed for a particular lot of production, so it is also kind of step cost which increases in steps, but for fixed number of lots it is fixed. Second type of cost which we talk about is variable cost. Variable cost is the cost by which the total cost vary when you increase 1 unit of production. That means if you increase 1 unit in production, the total cost will increase. And usually you can understand with the example that raw material cost. Say for example, if you are manufacturing a pen, so that plastic granule cost, raw material which is used in pen manufacturing, that cost will be basically variable. As you increase 1 unit, you will get that some cost is increased. Likewise, you can understand the selling price. Selling price is basically the selling price of 1 unit, nothing else. So let us start with graphical method. On x-axis we have a number of units or unit production, and on y-axis we have the cost associated with various events or activities, and or sales revenue. So cost or revenue is on y-axis. So let us take that, say for example, to manufacture a particular pen, you need to hire a particular machine which may have a capacity of producing 1000 products, machine capacity. So say for example, fixed cost for that machine is fixed for 1000 products up to 1000. So you can understand that if this is 1000, this is, so up to this will be fixed cost, and this line will be taken as a fixed cost line. So this is basically X amount, right? Now if you increase from 1001 to 2000, so this will increase, and your cost line will be something here, right? So this is basically variable cost line which vary when you increase number of units. For this point you have this units and you have this cost. For this point you have this unit and this cost. So it vary from as you increase in production or units. So total cost line will be like this. This is very clear. This difference is just like your fixed cost line. Suppose your revenue cost line is this. The green line represents the sales price line or revenue through selling price line. So this sales line cuts your total cost line at one particular point. That means when sales line cross total cost line, then you come in profitable zone. And this crossing point is usually termed as the break even point. That means this introduces your even in business and finishes all your odds. So break even means this is basically a turning point on which you come at no profit no loss situation, where your selling price revenue through sales equals to the total costing of the costing in manufacturing. And after this, if you look at this zone is called marginal zone. Up to this zone is called marginal zone, right? But this intersection point will not remain same if you increase the unit production from 1000 to 2000. If you increase this, what will happen? This line will shift to this line will shift here somewhere, and the total cost line will shift somewhere here, and this line will cut green and this will cut somewhere at very higher side, upper side. So this break even will shift from this point to some different point. And likewise, if you change your variable cost, it will also change. So my point is to understand that what exactly break even is and how to calculate it. Now you can understand that if you know the fixed cost line, if you plot this graph or graph paper, and you know fixed cost and you know variable cost and you know sales price chart, if you know these figures you have, then you can plot it and you can calculate very easily that what is actually the break even point. Now we'll go to algebraic calculation, or you call it as the mathematical calculation, derivation of the formula. So usually we talk about that there is a term called contribution or margin, you can understand, or you can understand for each production you can understand that contribution is usually the fixed cost plus profit. and it is also, the contribution is also selling price minus variable cost. So contribution per unit is usually sales price minus variable cost. So you can understand that if you want to calculate the break even point, so break even means the profit is zero. So break even profit zero means your total contribution becomes equals to fixed cost. Now contribution is also sales price minus variable cost. So we'll look at that. Total contribution will become number of units multiplied by contribution per unit is equal to fixed cost. So we are interested, it is nothing but simply this total contribution is number of units into contribution per unit is equal to FC, and number of units this way, because we want to calculate this number of unit. Now number of units will become break even point. Look at this break even point, and FC upon contribution per unit, and this contribution per unit is usually selling price minus variable cost, because selling price is per unit cost, variable cost is per unit. So this becomes break even formula, how to calculate break even in terms of number of units. So you can understand that BEP in terms of number of units is equal to fixed cost divided by SP minus VC. Now this is basically the break even point in terms of number of units. Look at, I'll just go back and try to look this figure. Look at this figure. This number of break even points in terms of this number of units, this point is explained by this formula, break even point in number of units. But if you want to know break even point in terms of total sale or total revenue, so total sale and total revenue means you simply multiply this number of units into selling price, you can get this. Now coming back to that point, now break even point in terms of sales, this is very clear, that is what I am doing, break even point in terms of units into sales price. So it will give you total sales in terms of break even, and break even point in terms of number of units is defined here. So if you put here, you will find that fixed cost multiplied by selling price divided by selling price minus variable cost. So it will come like this. This SP selling price will go in denominator, and SP upon SP will become 1. VC upon SP is this. So break even in terms of sales, this will come as fixed cost divided by 1 upon variable cost upon selling price. This simply means that you have this 1 minus PC upon SP is usually termed as PV ratio. So you can also understand that what is this? This is basically PV ratio, and we want to sometime calculate PV ratio. That means it may be termed as, say for example, if we want to learn about the profit calculation, what is the application of this break even? If you say that it is not break even, it is simply number of units, right? So in that one you can learn that, look at this. This formula is that total contribution is equal to fixed cost plus profit. If you do not make this profit as 0, then what will happen? This will be fixed cost plus profit. If you want to calculate profit, that how many units you should produce, look at how many units you should produce to earn this amount of profit. Say for example, Y amount if you want. Say for example, okay, let us check it P. If P profit you want, so how many products you should produce to earn P profit? So you can change here. This will become FC plus P, and everywhere it will become FC plus P. It will become FC plus P, and it will become FC plus P. So if you want to learn that how many units you should produce to earn P profit, so you can very easily calculate that FC is fixed cost is known to you, plus profit you want to earn 1000 rupee profit, say for example. So fixed cost suppose plus profit 1000 rupee divided by selling price, you know it, variable cost, you know it. You can understand that how many units you should produce to earn 1000 rupee profit. Or if you want to learn in terms of sales, that how much sale you should achieve to get particular profit, FC plus. So you can understand that fixed cost plus profit, here it will be fixed cost plus profit. So fixed cost plus profit means if you want to earn P profit, so how much sale you should achieve, or vice versa. If you think that how much profit you can earn if you achieve this number of sales. So sales is usually termed as in terms of, say for example, number of units means volume of production, volume, right? This FC, SP and VC is basically cost associated with the product or production, plus profit. If you add here profit, so it will become profit cost volume, or you can say cost volume and profit ratio. So it is also called as a CVP analysis. So when you are not, application of break even is basically results in terms of CVP analysis, cost volume profit analysis. So this CVP analysis, again I say, CVP means C means cost, cost is fixed cost or variable cost or selling price, selling cost, right? Plus profit means P, and number of units means volume. Volume may be in terms of number of units and volume may be in terms of sales. So whether you are what is given, you can very easily calculate using these formulas. So if you talk about CVP analysis, so if your C is given, V is given, you can calculate P. If your V is given, P is given, you can calculate C. If your C is given, P is given, you can calculate C. So it is very simple that if you know either one of two out of three, so you can calculate third one. So this is usually application of break-even analysis. So this will, I'm not giving you some tutorials or numericals, but yes, you can go through with some books and you can very easily understand about some reference book that I have already given to you, and you can learn from